Is it the universe? Or just a blessing in disguise? Welcome to English Tip by Tip. Tip 133.
I'm so upset. My car broke down right as I was leaving for that big job interview across town.
Oh no, Mary. I'm so sorry. Did you manage to call them?
I did, but I missed the meeting entirely. I felt like such a failure sitting there, waiting for the tow truck.
Wait, did you see the news? There was a massive multi-car pileup on the highway when you would have been driving through.
Seriously, I had no idea.
Yes, it looks like your car trouble was actually a blessing in disguise. It kept you off the road and safely at home.
Wow. When you put it that way, a repair bill is a small price to pay for staying safe.
Exactly. Sometimes a bad day is just the universe protecting you from something much worse.
What happened?
Mary was having the worst day ever. Her car broke down right as she was leaving for a huge job interview. She was devastated and felt like a total failure. But then, her friend Anna pointed something out. There had been a massive pileup on the highway at that exact same time. It wasn't just bad luck, it was a blessing in disguise. The universe was actually keeping her safe. Grammar tips. The phrasal verb, break down. For machines, vehicles, it means it stopped working.
Example, my car broke down.
For people, it means to lose control of your emotions and start crying.
Example, she broke down in tears when she heard the news.
Remember, it is an inseparable phrasal verb. You cannot put a word between break and down.
Exercise.
Answer. Why was Mary upset?
Because her car broke down and she missed a job interview.
What happened on the highway?
There was a multi-car pileup.
Why was the car trouble a blessing in disguise?
Because it kept Mary safe and away from the accident.
Welcome to English Tip by Tip. Showcase.
Hey Anna. I have some great news. I'm finally going to Paris next month.
Oh my God, Mary. That's amazing. Are you going for vacation?
Yes, but there's more. I was actually invited to a high fashion show during Paris Fashion Week.
No way. That is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I know. An old friend from design school is showcasing her new collection and sent me a VIP pass.
I'm so jealous. Are you going to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb?
I booked a cute little hotel in the Latin Quarter. I've heard the pastries there are delicious.
They are. You must try the croissants. And don't forget to take lots of photos.
I will. I just need to brush up on my French first.
What happened?
Mary has great news for Anna. She is finally traveling to Paris next month. While it is a vacation, she is also attending a high fashion show during Paris Fashion Week. An old friend from design school is showcasing a new collection and sent Mary a VIP pass for the event. Mary already booked a hotel in the Latin Quarter to enjoy the local pastries. And Anna reminded her not to miss the croissants and to take plenty of photos. Finally, Mary mentioned she needs to brush up on her French before the big trip. Grammar tips. The passive voice. We use the passive voice when the action, or the person receiving it, is more important than the person performing it. Structure. Subject plus verb to be plus past participle.
Example, I was invited to a fashion show.
Exercise.
Answer. Why is Mary going to Paris?
She is going for vacation, but she was also invited to a high fashion show.
How did Mary get a VIP pass for the fashion show?
An old friend from design school is showcasing a new collection and sent it to her.
Where is Mary staying during her trip?
She booked a cute little hotel in the Latin Quarter.
What does Mary need to do before she leaves for France?
She needs to brush up on her French.
Welcome to English Tip by Tip. Winter shopping. US versus UK.
I can't believe winter is just around the corner. I seriously need to invest in some quality outerwear before the temperature drops.
Tell me about it. I was looking for a heavy-duty parka. but I'm torn between getting something stylish or just going for pure functionality.
Well, if you're winter shopping in the US, you'll be looking for down jackets and thick sweaters. But remember, if we're giving tips to our British followers, they'd be scouting the high street for some cozy jumpers.
Right. It's all about those subtle differences. I actually saw a guy wearing a beanie today, and it reminded me that in the UK, it's often called a bobble hat, especially if it has that decorative pom-pom on top.
Exactly. And don't even get me started on pants. If you tell a Brit you're looking for thermal pants to layer up, they might give you a funny look. Because over there, pants refers to underwear. You have to say trousers or leggings.
Good catch. Are you planning to get some waterproof boots?
Definitely. Whether you call them snow boots or wellies, if it's just raining. They are a must-have to cope with the slush. I also need to find some moisture-wicking base layers.
Smart move. It's all about layering. Anyway, we should probably head to the mall or the shopping center for our UK friends and see what's in stock.
Let's go. I'm not letting another cold snap catch me off guard.
Key information. US versus UK. Sweater.
Jumper.
Pants.
Trousers.
Waterproof boots.
Wellies, waterproof boots.
Mall.
Shopping centre, high street.
What happened?
So, Mary and John were basically catching up over coffee, talking about how they're both desperate to start their winter shopping before the weather gets any worse. They went over some really useful tips for anyone traveling to the US or the UK. The funniest part was when they talked about the pants confusion. Mary warned that in the UK, you should ask for trousers, because if you say pants, they'll think you're shopping for underwear. Grammar tips. The versatility of get. Get equals to buy.
Example, I need to get a parka.
Get plus adjective equals a change of state.
Example, I need to get warm.
Get equals to understand.
Example, I get it.
Exercise.
Answer.
What did the clerk call the beanie with a pom-pom in London?
He called it a bobble hat.
Why did the shop assistant in New York look confused when I asked where the jumpers were?
Because in the US, you should ask for sweaters.
Why did a Brit start laughing when I told him I was going to get some new pants?
Because in the UK, pants means underwear. You should have said trousers instead.
What should I ask for in Chicago if I want to purchase some waterproof boots?
You should ask for snow boots.
Welcome to English Tip by Tip. Dinner edition. US versus UK.
Is it an eggplant or an aubergine?
Mary and John are hosting a dinner for friends from London. Join them to learn US versus UK English differences.
I'm so excited. The guys just arrived from London. Is the appetizer ready?
You mean the starter? Yes, I've got some olives and nuts. But wait, did you buy the eggplant for the main dish?
Oh, you mean the aubergine? Yes, it's right here next to the zucchini.
The courgette. Mary, remember they're British. If I ask them if they want more zucchini, they'll think I'm speaking another language.
Fair point. I also got some cilantro for the salad.
Coriander. And for the side dish, are we making French fries?
Definitely not. We are making chips.
Perfect. The roast is looking good. What's for dessert? Or should I say, pudding?
Exactly. I made a cake.
Oh, they'll be here any minute.
Key information. US versus UK. Appetizer.
Starter.
French fries.
Chips.
Dessert.
Pudding.
What happened?
Mary and John are busy in the kitchen because some friends from London have just arrived and are coming over for dinner. It's funny because while they are cooking, they are constantly comparing American and British words. Mary asked about the appetizers, but John corrected her, calling them starters. After comparing more food names, they discussed dessert or pudding, making the linguistic differences the highlight of a funny conversation. Grammar tips. The position of just. Subject plus. Have has. Plus just. Plus past participle. Describe an action that happened a very short time ago. Usually placed in the middle of the verb phrase, between the auxiliary verb and the main verb.
Example. Some friends have just arrived from London.
Important. Informal U.S. English.
Some friends just arrived.
Standard UK English and formal U.S. English.
Some friends have just arrived from London.
Exercise.
Answer. What is the British word for eggplant?
Aubergine.
If a Brit asks for chips, what does an American call them?
French fries.
What is the American equivalent of the British pudding?
Dessert.
Does a British person have a look or take a look at the oven?
Have a look.
Please subscribe to the channel.